to all of you. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Mauritius, will be joining us in a short while. In the meantime, we invite you to watch a video, a corporate video on the Mauritius Revenue Authority. It is entitled, MRA Positioned to Meet Challenges Ahead. Please watch it.
Since its very inception on 1st July 2006, the MRA has kept its promise to pursue the rise in revenue collection year in, year out. By now, the MRA has remitted more than ₹1 trillion to the national treasury. That is, taxpayers have contributed more than ₹1,000 billion to the socio-economic development of Mauritius through the MRA during the last 15 years. Sustained by information and communication technologies, processes have been automated to make of the MRA a paperless organization. 97% of payments are made electronically. E-filing of returns has successfully attained the 100% goal. From its initial role as revenue collector, today the MRA is an important provider of financial assistance to the needy. It all started with the payment of negative income tax in 2017 and a special allowance in 2018. To cope with the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, more than ₹27 billion have been distributed by now under the Self-Employed Assistance Scheme and the Government Wage Assistance Scheme. Some 279,000 employments have been saved and some 262,000 self-employed individuals have been guaranteed a minimum subsistence. The MRA also avails to be an important player on the international scene through CATA and the WCO, with major strategic attributions assigned to it. The MRA has also honored its obligations towards the OECD, SADC and the IMF. The mantra at the MRA is threefold. People at the MRA manage the present effectively, they forget the past selectively, and they create the future today through breakthrough innovations.
The vision was to transform Mauritius tax administration and make MRA a efficient, effective, and world-class revenue administration. This, in fact, was the biggest change management exercise in Mauritius, and it laid emphasis on trade and taxpayer facilitation, reducing the cost of doing business and reducing the cost of collections, promoting greater performance and efficiency with a new HR framework, better automation, and simplification of procedures and processes.
From tons of paper to a paperless organization, processes at the MRA have been automated, offering taxpayers the possibility of doing business online at any time from anywhere. Filing of returns have never been so smart.
At the very inception, we decided to do more with less. Heavy investment was made in new technologies. A new integrated tax system was implemented. All processes were rationalized and re-engineered, and taxpayers were gradually shifted to e-filing, a new e-culture.
The Customs Department of the MRA has kept on consolidating its role as a border protector.
The Customs Modernization and Reform Program, which started in late 1995, was given a new boost since the inception of the MRA in 2006. What we did differently, we cannot modernize if other agents do not do so. So what we did is bring them all under one roof under the coordinated border management concept. We did the same thing regarding control at customs. You will see that we have seized drugs and illicit precursors, the value of ₹6.1 billion for the past few years. How we did that? We did that because we created the network, international, regional, local law enforcement agencies. Doing this, we have also harnessed the powers of ICT, canine sniffer dog, and non-intrusive inspection using highly sophisticated scanners.
Narcotics for a total market value of more than 6 billion rupees have been seized. MRA Customs has spared no effort in having recourse to latest, innovative, state-of-the-art technologies meeting international best practices. Conscious of the changing climatic environment and threats such as extreme poor weather conditions, the MRA has armed itself in line with the National Disaster Scheme 2016 to ensure business continuity through an integrated, robust disaster management framework. Right from the beginning, the MRA has reckoned the importance of the people factor in the accomplishment of daily tasks, thus putting people first in all its endeavors.
At the MRA, it is our people who are the most important asset. And this is why we trust our people. We care for them, we engage them, and we empower them. We give them all the required support and resources for them to excel, and they give the best for the MRA.
During these challenging times, supervisors at all levels at the MRA have vowed to engage employees' hearts and minds. The latest taxpayer satisfaction survey has revealed that 90% of taxpayers are fully satisfied with the quality of service offered by the MRA. MRA has recourse to the most effective ways of communicating with stakeholders. A user-friendly website, the taxpayer mailing service, MRA Facebook page, Twitter account, short explanatory videos in Creole and English, daily 1-minute radio programs, regular presence on radio, TV and in newspapers. We also attend to queries via emails and phone calls. All these initiatives add to the word of mouth in the dissemination of information.
The MRA is convinced that it would need a new breed of employees who are not only conversant with bookkeeping and tax auditing technique, but are familiar and competent in new information technology tools and are also efficient in e-economy and the commerce which is growing in the world.
MRA's business model already inspires many revenue authorities across the world. However, as Mr. Lal points out, in the coming 4 years, this model will be different, involving further breakthrough innovations.
The MRA is now in a position to move into the next stage of transformation of its tax revenue administration process. We have been tapping the benefits of information technology mainly for the benefit of our stakeholders. We will now focus more on using IT in our tax compliance strategy.
The MRA will soon be implementing the e-invoicing project, which in a nutshell is the e-reporting of all sales invoices by businesses in real time to the tax authority.
To make things more interesting, we have cryptocurrency, e-invoicing, machine learning, and artificial intelligence that are being seriously considered for the MRA future strategy.
Teamwork, collaboration, participation, and learning are more than ever the guiding principles that will help the MRA implement a new, proactive business model.
Through our dynamic capacity building initiatives, we are grooming a new breed of employees, highly skilled and innovative, to meet the challenges ahead.
With the high volume of transaction data available in-house, the MRA has started recruiting data analysts and data scientists to maintain its position as a world-class tax administration.
A team of ICT professionals with proven expertise.
Well, sorry for interrupting this video. May I kindly request everyone to please stand for His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Mauritius. Thank you. So please stay standing. We are going to listen to our Mauritian national anthem, which will be followed by the MRA anthem. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may kindly resume your seat. His Excellency, Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, G.C.S.K, President of the Republic of Mauritius, Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin, Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin, Chairman of CATA, Mr. John Swerdlow, Vice Chair of CATA, Dr. Esther Koisin, Executive Director of CATA, MRA Board members, Mr. Sudhamo, G.O.S.K, Director General of the Mauritius Revenue Authority, Commissioner Generals and Commissioners of Tax Administrations, members of the MRA management team, dear experts, resource persons, participants, and of course, members of the press of the media. It is both an honor and a pleasure to welcome you all to the opening of the 44th Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators Technical Conference hosted by the Mauritius Revenue Authority at the Intercontinental Resort, Balaclava. May I share with you that the President of CATA, Dr. Zak Adedeji, couldn't make it to this conference, although he was very much willing to do so. He apologizes for this. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed privileged to have in our midst this morning the President of the Republic of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, Grand Commander of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean. Thank you, Your Excellency, for making it this morning. This year, we gather under the theme, Reshaping the Tax Administration in a Dynamic Landscape, a theme that reflects the rapid changes and the evolving challenges we are facing in today's global tax environment. We are privileged to have delegates from the 47 member countries of Commonwealth, representing a wealth of experience and diverse perspectives from across the globe. This conference serves as a key platform to share innovative ideas, collaborate on solutions, and shape the future of tax administration for generations to come. It is now my distinct honor to welcome the new Executive Director of the Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators, Dr. Esther Koisin, for her opening remarks. Doctor, please.
His Excellency, Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, President of the Republic of Mauritius, Mr. Sudhamo, Director General, Mauritius Revenue Authority, Dr. Tariq, Jamaluddin, CATA President, members of CATA, Management Committee, Commissioners Generals, and all members of CATA, moderators, speakers, panelists, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I stand before you today with a deep sense of gratitude to everyone who has supported CATA in making this conference a success. I would like to begin by expressing my heartfelt thanks to His Excellency Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, President of the Republic of Mauritius, for taking the time to grace the opening ceremony of the 44th CATA Annual Technical Conference and for officiating this event, despite his busy schedule, particularly on this significant nomination day for the upcoming elections in Mauritius. Your Excellency's presence today underscores the importance of this conference and highlights the commitment of Mauritius to advancing tax administration and economic development. It is an honor to have such distinguished support which sets a positive tone for our discussion and collaboration. A huge thanks to the government of Mauritius and the Mauritius Revenue Authority under the strong leadership of its Director General, Mr. Sudhamo, for making this year's conference possible in this beautiful part of the Commonwealth. Over the past several months, we at the CATA Secretariat have worked very closely with the dedicated organizing team of the Mauritius Revenue Authority led by Mr. Reshaping, ably assisted by Mrs. Mukta Tufani, the country correspondent of Mauritius. Together, we have meticulously planned every detail, from logistical arrangement to the careful selection of topics and the overall structure of this event. With this preparation, we trust the conference is set to encourage productive discussion. However, Your Excellency, I must admit there's a small fear on my part that the beautiful beach outside of this hall may prove to be a delightful distraction for all of them. But I hope with the topic we have, they will remain rooted on their seat throughout this conference. Back at the CATA Secretariat in London, we have never been short of support and assistance from our members. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the President and Chairman of CATA for their unwavering support and guidance, which were crucial to the success of this conference. Additionally, I'm deeply grateful to Ms. Debbie Locke, Head of the International Relations of HMRC, for her relentless assistance and support. Today, it is my profound honor and privilege to welcome all of you to this year's conference. As head of the CATA Secretariat, I am delighted to see the strong attendance of our members, as well as the support from international and regional organizations and other tax professionals. This esteemed gathering of such diverse professionals dedicated to advancement of tax administration contribute to the development and innovative solution and best practices. This collaboration fosters a deeper understanding of the global tax challenges and paves the way for more effective and equitable tax systems worldwide. Together, we can drive progress and ensure a fairer, more transparent future for all stakeholders involved. The theme of our conference, Reshaping the Tax Administration in Dynamic Landscape, is both timely and critical. In an era marked by rapid technological advancements, evolving economic conditions, and shifting regulatory frameworks, it is imperative that we come together to share insights, strategies, and innovations that will shape the future of tax administration. Over the next few days, we will explore key topics that are crucial to our mission of improving tax administration. These include the effective use of technology, the implication of globalization and digitalization on tax systems, and strategies to promote voluntary compliance. Our working group will also focus on three critical areas, which are enhancing transparency through automatic exchange of information, leveraging e-invoicing to streamline tax processes, and addressing challenges posed by cryptocurrencies and digital assets. My heartfelt gratitude goes to our keynote speakers, moderators, speakers, panelists for the plenary session, as well as to the chair, vice chair, expert support, and rapporteurs for the working group. Your dedication and cooperation, including your involvement in the pre-discussions to better prepare for the panel and working group, have been instrumental in ensuring the success of each session and the conference as a whole. The Secretariat highly values the contribution from the panel and the working group discussion. The issues and recommendations arising from this conference will be carried forward for further deliberation and integration into CATA's work program for 2024 and 2025. I would like to acknowledge and thank the representative from the regional and international organizations, namely the OECD, IMF, IBFT, Global Forum, ICTD, ATAF, and CATA, for attending and lending support. Your presence underscores the importance of global cooperation in our efforts to advance tax administration. It is CATA's aspiration that this conference serve as a valuable platform for networking, fostering stronger cooperation among members and all attendees. We also recognize that interaction amongst heads of tax administrations is crucial for exchanging ideas and shaping the direction of the tax administration. Therefore, at this conference, we have included a special session exclusively for heads of tax administration called the Commissioners Connect program, which was inaugurated in July 2024. We hope the Commissioners Connect program will provide an opportunity for heads of tax administration to foster close working cooperation with their counterparts. This year's conference also coincides with the general meeting of CATA, where we will elect the President, Chairman, and members of the Management Committee representing the various regions. I hope this meeting will provide a valuable opportunity for members to engage in meaningful discussions, share insights, and collaboratively shape the future direction of our organization. Our goal in this conference is to foster collaborative environment where ideas can be exchanged freely and innovative solutions can be developed. I encourage each of you to actively participate in the discussions, share your experiences, and learn from one another as we embark on this journey together. Let us be guided by a shared commitment for excellence, integrity, and progress. Let us seize this opportunity to reshape the future of tax administration for the betterment of our society. Thank you all once again for being here today. Thank you, Mr. President, for your invaluable support and presence, which truly elevates the significance of this conference. Together, let us strive for a productive and inspiring event that will pave the way for meaningful advancements in tax administration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Esther Koisin. Dear participants, you will agree with me, being here inside this beautiful conference room is also being one with the beauty outside, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin. Dr. Jamaluddin is the current chairman of the Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators, and he's also the Chief Executive Officer of the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. With over 27 years of experience in tax administration, he has played a major role in shaping tax policies and has represented Malaysia in several landmark cases. Dr. Jamaluddin has also spearheaded initiatives to streamline tax dispute resolutions, reflecting his commitment to fairness and transparency in tax administration. We are indeed fortunate to have him in our midst. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin to the stage. Please.
His Excellency Honorable Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, the Honorable President of the Republic of Mauritius, Mr. Sudhamo, Director General of Mauritius Revenue Authority, Dr. Esther Koisin, CATA Executive Director, Commissioners, honored guests and distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. On behalf of CATA, I must begin by expressing our thanks to the Republic of Mauritius for welcoming all of us to this beautiful island country as hosts for this year 44th CATA Technical Conference. We are delighted to have with us here today at the opening ceremony the Honorable President of the Republic of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun. Thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing this occasion with your presence. We are indeed honored. As the chairman of CATA, my appreciation goes out to CATA Secretariat and the Mauritius Revenue Authority for organizing this conference. The generosity and hospitality received by the delegates reflect Mauritius' strong commitment to CATA mission of promoting the improvement of tax administration in all its aspects within the Commonwealth. The success of CATA is largely attributed to the strong bond and cooperation amongst its members. CATA is grateful that members have always stepped forward to volunteer as hosts for this important annual technical conference, given that it involves substantial resources. CATA is extremely thankful for the support and commitment of all its members in assuring that we can successfully hold this conference annually. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, CATA has a proud history, having been established in 1977 following the Commonwealth Finance Minister meeting in Barbados. Starting with 27 members countries, we have now grown to 47 countries, making us the largest and most inclusive intergovernmental tax administration network in the Commonwealth. Over these decades, CATA has been a powerful force in driving collaboration and knowledge sharing, fostering best practices, and promoting effective tax systems that contribute to the development of our nation. CATA is very much encouraged by the support of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth and has continued to play an important role as a vibrant intergovernment platform for cooperation in tax administration. In this context, we must acknowledge that our role as tax administrators has never been more crucial. We serve as a guardian of public revenue, ensuring that citizens and businesses pay their fair share to sustain our economies and fund public services. The global tax landscape is evolving rapidly, and with it, so must we. From technological advancement to the rise of digital assets, from the need for more efficient human resource management post-pandemic to global tax reform initiatives like OECD's Pillar 1 and 2 frameworks. The work we do now will shape the future of tax system for decades to come. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud that CATA has consistently been at the forefront of this global conversation, ensuring that the voice of developing and emerging economies are heard. The theme for this year's conference, Reshaping Tax Administration in a Dynamic Landscape, could not be more timely. The past few years, especially in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, have taught us the value of agility, adaptability, and resilience. As tax administrators, we are now faced with unprecedented challenges and opportunities that requires us to rethink traditional approaches and embrace innovative solutions. I must commend the CATA Secretariat and the CATA Technical Conference team for curating a comprehensive and insightful program. The topics covered in this conference touch on the very challenges we face daily, whether it's the effective use of technology in tax administration, the implication of globalization, or the opportunities provided by digitalization. The session and working group scheduled over the next few days will allow us to deep dive into this topic, exchange knowledge, and explore solutions that we can implement in our respective countries. I, for one, am looking forward to hear about the experiences and strategies that are being deployed globally to foster voluntary compliance and address the challenges posed by digital asset and cross-border tax evasion. As we engage in this discussion, I urge all of you to actively participate and share your own experiences and insight. Conferences like these are not just about listening, but about building relationships, exchanging ideas, and working together towards a common goal. Let us learn from one another what's worked, what doesn't, and what can we do better. It is through collaboration that we can truly reshape tax administration to benefit our respective nation and taxpayers. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, I must also extend CATA's appreciation to the member countries who have taken on pivotal roles throughout the conference. Thank you to those who have agreed to be moderators and panelists in the panel session, speakers in the presentation session, and chairs, vice chairs, and rapporteurs in the working group discussion. This conference would not be possible without your involvement. I must also mention that we are privileged to have distinguished invited speakers, panelists, and supporting experts from renowned organizations such as the OECD, ATF, CATA, CIAT, IBFD, World Bank, IMF, and ICTD join us at this conference. Their expertise and insights are invaluable in broadening our understanding of global tax challenges and solutions. We truly appreciate the willingness to share their knowledge and experience with us, and their participation will undoubtedly enrich the discussion over the coming days. I'm confident that we will all have a productive deliberation. It goes without saying that this conference will also provide us with the opportunity to renew friendships and enhance good working relationship. While we are here, let us all also take the opportunity to explore the charm of Mauritius. We are already enjoying Mauritius' warm hospitality. I trust that at the end of the conference, you will leave with not only greater technical knowledge, but also fond memories of this beautiful place and its incredible people. Thank you all for your participation in the 44th CATA Technical Conference, and I wish you all a fruitful week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamaluddin. You said, what can we do better? I recall when I was at college, one of my teachers, he defined perfection for me. He said, perfection is the maximum degree of improvement. So we are here aiming for perfection, isn't it? Dr. Esther? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, delegates, it is with great honor that I introduce to you the visionary leader behind the remarkable growth of the Mauritius Revenue Authority, Mr. Sudhamo Lal, our Director General. Mr. Lal has been with the MRA since its inception in year 2006, and under his astute leadership, MRA has become a benchmark for tax administration in many countries in the world. His commitment to excellence and innovation has attracted professionals from revenue authorities around the globe. They come here to seek to learn from MRA's best practices. Mr. Lal's leadership has propelled MRA to new heights, with one of the most notable achievements being the recognition by the World Bank, which ranks MRA as the fifth best organization in the world in as far as ease of paying taxes index is concerned. A true testament to the effectiveness of the reforms he has championed along with his team. Mr. Lal's dedication and exemplary service have earned him 2 prestigious awards on our National Day celebrations. In March 2018, he was elevated to the esteemed rank of Commander of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean, G.S.K, recognizing his significant contributions in tax administration. Then in March 2024, this year, Mr. Lal was further raised to the Grand Officer of the Order of the Star and Key of the Indian Ocean, G.O.S.K, by the President of the Republic of Mauritius. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. This honor further underscores Mr. Lal's exceptional contributions and visionary leadership. Mr. Lal has maintained a strong connection with the Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators, having been elected president twice, first from 2009 to 2012, and then again from 2018 to 2021. Additionally, he served as chairman of CATA from 2015 to 2018. His leadership and dedication have been pivotal in advancing CATA's mission and objectives, underscoring his commitment to enhancing tax administration on a global scale. May I kindly invite Mr. Lal to deliver his welcome address? So please join me in welcoming Mr. Lal.
His Excellency, Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, President of the Republic of Mauritius, Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin, Chairman of CATA, Mr. John Suildo, Vice Chair of CATA, Dr. Esther Koisin, Executive Director of CATA, MRA Board members, Commissioners Generals and Commissioner of Tax Administrations, members of the MRA management team, distinguished participants, resource persons, experts, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The long wait is finally over. Or I should say, the dream has come true. Yes, you are in Mauritius for the 44th CATA Technical Conference, an event co-hosted by the Mauritius Revenue Authority and the Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators. To all our foreign participants, guests, and speakers, let me extend a big welcome to the Paradise Island of Mauritius. To accompany you during this CATA week, we have the Mauritian sun, sand, sea, air quality, and our exclusive Mauritian hospitality. The CATA Secretariat has also arranged for some top caliber professionals and experts for our empowerment during this workshop. Indeed, we have all the ingredients for an exceptional and mesmerizing CATA conference. And the icing on the cake today during the opening ceremony is the presence of our head of state, His Excellency Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, G.C.S.K, President of the Republic of Mauritius. Thank you, Your Excellency, for sparing some time from your busy schedule to be in our company. Your presence adds a touch of elegance to this event. Our technical conference is being held at the Intercontinental Hotel in Balaclava. Balaclava is a beautiful village situated on the northwest coast of Mauritius and is in between the bustling town of Port Louis and the lively tourist village of Gombe. The northern region offers a unique blend of natural beauty and cultural heritage. From the pristine beaches and turquoise waters to the lush green landscapes of sugarcane cultivation, the region is a treasure trove waiting to be explored. Ladies and gentlemen, Alfred Whitehead once said, "No one who achieves success does so without the help of others." The wise and confident acknowledge this help with gratitude. Today, in this August Assembly, I would like to express my gratitude to the CATA Secretariat, in particular the dynamic and ever-present Dr. Esther and her team for the unconditional guidance in the successful preparation of this technical conference. The Management Committee, members of CATA, have also supported the Mauritian nomination for hosting this conference, and the MRA fully appreciates their backing. Let us all put our hands together for Dr. Esther and her team and the CATA Management Committee. Thank you. Last but not the least, I am grateful to all the participants whose presence is a prerequisite for the success of this conference. I have a special thought for those who have had to endure several stopovers with all the hardship that it entails to reach Mauritius. So, loads of thanks for presenting yourself at this conference. Our presence at this gathering today stems from our expertise in taxation, but first and foremost, it is attributable to our affiliation to the Commonwealth State of Nations, and I would like to express my appreciation for the work of the Commonwealth worldwide as a remarkable international organization spanning over every geographical region, religion, and culture. A former Prime Minister of Fiji once said, and I quote, "The wonderful thing about the Commonwealth is the strength we all derive from our ability to share our experiences and learn from each other." I can confidently say that Mauritius prides itself to be a member of the Commonwealth, and the MRA is a member of CATA, the largest international organization of tax administrators in the world. The relationship between the tax authority in Mauritius and the CATA can be traced back many decades ago since the setting up of the association. In 1990, already a strong partnership developed when we hosted the CATA conference on taxation of non-resident corporations. In 2006, while still at its stage of infancy, the MRA successfully organized the 27th CATA Technical Conference. And today, we are hosting the technical conference for the third time. And as we gather for this conference, I think it's opportune that we give due recognition to CATA, which through its workshops, technical conferences, and capacity building programs over the years has been providing an excellent platform for sharing and exchanging of views and experiences among officials of Commonwealth member tax administrations. During its long journey since its establishment in 1978, it has been promoting excellence and has contributed significantly to the dialogue in the tax administration arena. Having an association that brings together tax administrations, no matter their stages of development, allow us to become stronger by learning from the good and bad experiences of our peers. Your presence in great numbers to this conference attest that taxation is a topic that you consider should not be avoided as it touches the lives of each and everyone in any part of the world. The way we tax, who we tax, and how we lead the tax administration all determine the kind of society we want to have. Indeed, people are more likely to comply with tax legislation when they view tax system to be fair and transparent, see the tax administration as efficient, and get value in the services they expect to receive. When taxpayers start complying, it becomes easier for a tax administration to fulfill its mandate of collecting optimum tax revenue. The digitalization of the world economy, new technologies, artificial intelligence are reshaping the world. The traditional habit of taxpayer is giving way to new habits. Policymakers and tax administrators are struggling to come up with policies and procedures to keep track of such developments. The pressure on tax administrations has also been mounting with growing demand of taxpayers for new digital services. The theme chosen for this year's conference, Reshaping Tax Administrations in a Dynamic Landscape, could not have come at a more opportune time. This conference aims to explore and discuss a variety of sub-themes which are truly at the heart of our efforts to improve tax administration efficiency. I have personally received excellent feedback on the themes chosen for this conference. By looking at the floor, I can already sense that the ongoing enthusiasm from our delegates. As we regroup to navigate in this challenging tax administration environment at this CATA technical conference, I am reminded of a saying by Alice Waters which reads, "The power of gathering is that it inspires us delightfully to more hopeful, more joyful, and more thoughtful." Indeed, coming together in technical conferences like this provide members with an opportunity to share their experiences and insights to address coming challenges and reshape their tax administration accordingly. As you attend this conference, I encourage you for greater discussion and interaction between the conference participants and speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Twain over a century ago once said, "Mauritius was made first and then heaven, and heaven was copied after Mauritius." I trust that you will be charmed by the Mauritian renowned sense of hospitality and grace. And you would also not want to miss out on our unique, exotic combination of multiracial and multi-ethnic dishes. Over and above doing serious business during the conference, I would urge you to help Mauritius Revenue Authority to contribute to its revenues by spending as much as you can afford in our Mauritian paradise. Before concluding, I would like to convey to all our guests that we have arranged for a dedicated team of MRA officers to ensure that your stay in Mauritius is as enjoyable as possible. Please feel free to reach out to any team member for your queries on any issue that you may encounter. We will make every effort to assist you, but in case of any shortcomings in our hospitality, please accept our sincere apologies. I cannot conclude without thanking the MRA committee under the chairmanship of Mr. Dhanraj Amdeen, Director, Medium and Small Taxpayers, and Mr. Amick Teeluckdharry, our Head of Communications, for doing all the groundwork to make this tactical conference happen. Gentlemen, you and your team have done a marvelous job. Thank you for your time, motivation, and dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a fruitful and interactive conference, and to all those who are in Mauritius for the first time, I have a special message for them. May all who enter as guests leave us as friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, DG. Thank you, Mr. Lal. Thank you for your blessings and your guidance. And we should thank you also for your engagement in taking tax administrations in the world, I would say, to new heights. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates, distinguished guests, it is my profound honor to introduce our chief guest to this opening ceremony. His Excellency, Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, G.C.S.K, is our President, the President of the Republic of Mauritius. His Excellency is not only the respected head of state of our beloved country, but also a figure of immense dedication to public service, good governance, and the betterment of our society. With a keen interest in taxation, His Excellency brings with him a wealth of knowledge and experience that spans years of dedicated service to our nation. Throughout his distinguished career, he has demonstrated a deep understanding of the intricate relationship between taxation and socio-economic development. Despite his demanding schedule, His Excellency has graciously accepted our invitation to join us today. Thank you, Your Excellency. May I please invite you to join me, ladies and gentlemen, to call on stage His Excellency for his keynote address. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Mr. Amick Teeluckdharry. Mr. Sudhamo Lal, Director General of the Mauritius Revenue Authority, MRA members, Dr. Esther Koisin, Executive Director of Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators, Dr. Abu Tariq Jamaluddin, Chairman, esteemed experts, resource persons, and participants, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It is an immense pleasure for me to participate in the opening ceremony of the 2024 Commonwealth Association of Tax Administrators Technical Conference. The Republic of Mauritius is really deeply grateful to the CATA for once again choosing our island as a venue for this yearly conference. Indeed, I also join in to thank and extend a very warm welcome to all esteemed foreign delegates for their presence and participation in Mauritius. Special welcome and also congratulations to Dr. Koisin, newly appointed Executive Director of the CATA. Dr. Koisin, we all wish you well in your new responsibilities, and we are all confident that under your leadership, CATA will continue to move forward. Excellence in tax administration will be upheld. You will foster also stronger international cooperation, while I'm convinced that the insights and expertise of each one of you will strengthen our collective understanding of tax systems and also pave the way for a global cooperation in addressing the tax issues of tomorrow. As stated earlier, since its establishment, the CATA has facilitated knowledge sharing, helped to promote efficient, equitable, and effective tax administration across members' countries, and has proved to be an ideal platform to brainstorm and tackle multiple challenges of globally interconnected economy. The CATA Technical Conference, ladies and gentlemen, is taking place at a pivotal moment. Mr. Lal mentioned about the Commonwealth. Let me also state that as we are gathered here today, heads of government are also meeting in Samoa Island, just to acknowledge that the Commonwealth, as a big family, has consistently been at the forefront in empowering its member states through coordinated efforts that encompass political, economic, and social dimensions. The values that it promotes, such as democracy, human rights, peace and security, independent judiciary, sustainable development, equality and justice, good governance, and international cooperation, all these should form the foundation of our collective endeavors. As these principles not only guide our work, but are also vital in fostering solidarity and unity among diverse nations of the Commonwealth. It is this spirit of collaboration and shared values that we all espouse within the Commonwealth that should guide and support us to build a robust and transparent tax system. In Mauritius, the MRA exemplifies these principles. Indeed, our tax administration is widely recognized for its progressive policies, creating an environment where business thrive, investment flourish, transparency and equity are safeguarded. The MRA, under the leadership of Mr. Sudhamo, has garnered significant acclaim both locally and internationally. And as stated earlier, Mauritius is ranked 5th globally in the last World Bank Ease of Paying Taxes Index. I don't know what is the sugar coating that Mr. Lal has placed on the tax so that it becomes ease of paying tax. It is quite challenging by itself, but at least something commendable. Since its inception, MRA has undertaken, in fact, transformative tax and customs reforms, embracing cutting-edge technological advancement and spearheaded innovative modernization programs. These efforts have propelled revenue collection by more than 40% since the foundation of MRA in 2007. And I must say that MRA has now reached a level of maturity that positions itself as a benchmark in revenue administration across Africa and beyond. The MRA, I must say also, ladies and gentlemen, has been a key institution in the country during the critical period of the COVID pandemic, where it was called upon to implement major financial assistance schemes, wages assistance scheme, self-employed assistance schemes, payment of allowances to employees, and in fact proved to be helpful and most relevant during COVID. And since then, I must say that the goodwill of the MRA has been considerably enhanced. And in fact, while we are ongoing global conflicts, one of the main challenges of the government has been the preservation of the purchasing power of Mauritians, of course, against the rising tide of inflationary pressure. And here again, government entrusted the MRA to implement other innovative income support measures. And this proved also how tax systems, when structured effectively, can be instruments of social justice and economic empowerment. So the MRA today not only fulfills its prime role in revenue collection, but is also directly involved in redistribution to support our citizens through various schemes and allowances. Of course, it is doing so as forming part of the consolidated fund, but these are channeled through the MRA. And this also proves the commitment of the MRA to social responsibility, which align closely with the values of, let us put it like this, the father of tax collection, which was St. Matthew, one apostle of Jesus Christ. And I'm glad to learn that each year MRA honors the legacy of St. Matthew's on St. Matthew's Day with an annual mass, bringing together its staff to reflect on the principles of service, integrity, and compassion that lie at the heart of its mission. Despite having one of the lowest tax rates globally, Mauritius has created a system where taxes help provide essential services and financial support to the most vulnerable, contributing to a more equitable society. And we also know that Mauritius, which is positioned strategically between Africa and Asia, serves as a financial gateway to both continents, and we have established ourselves as a leading hub for business, trade, and innovation. And our robust tax system is playing a pivotal role in reinforcing this position, offering investors and citizens alike the confidence that our policies are not just forward-thinking, but fair and transparent. However, ladies and gentlemen, the world we live is undergoing profound shifts, and this year's theme, Reshaping Tax Administration in a Dynamic Landscape, aligns perfectly with this era of constant change, driven by rapid technological advancement and evolving global trade patterns. Digital transformation is indeed reshaping industries, and the nature of transactions is evolving at a previously unimaginable pace. Mauritius has embraced technology with great enthusiasm. The launch of MyRA, our virtual assistant for taxpayers is just one example of how we are integrating cutting-edge technology into our tax administration. In addition, the rollout of the e-invoicing system will enhance transparency and ensure real-time reporting of transactions, reinforcing the trustworthiness of our business environment. The e-tax account, another innovation adopted by MRA, will revolutionize real-time communication by offering taxpayers immediate access to their tax information, delivering instant updates on filings and payments, and enabling seamless interactions with MRA, ensuring once again transparency, accuracy, and timely compliance. I trust that this is just the beginning. The future of tax administration lies in harnessing the full potential of digital tools. Imagine a world where every transaction is traceable, every payment accountable, and where the complexities of tax compliance are eased by automation. This is not a distant dream, but a reality that we can build together. If, of course, we have technology as a servant, this also represents challenges. In addition to, we know the normal challenge that any tax administration has to plug in a greater percentage of the informal sector, always to try to ensure that from tax evasion and tax avoidance, but I'm sure that all of you will agree that today you are having support from society where tax avoidance itself is being seen as controversial. Exploiting loopholes is undermining the spirit of tax laws, fueling inequality, and there at least society and civil society is raising an alarm bell, which also helps tax administrators. Because the average taxpayers does not wish to bear the burden, and this is causing public mistrust and dissatisfaction. But at the same time, we should not forget that we have got other phenomena like the gig economy. We no longer have this traditional employees-employer relation. Independent workers, where up to now it is only a mechanism of self-reporting that is helping tax collection. What should be the way forward? Some are talking about reporting from the platform being used. Others feel that the gig worker should altogether be made illegal, whether there should be automatic withholding. We also have digital nomad, challenging the very concept that tax system is based on residency, hopping among just free countries, frustrates the actual system. Continuing to work, earn income from clients in high tax jurisdiction, yet not paying or paying very little tax. What should be the way forward? Change in legislation? Should we now consider the economic connections of where incomes is being generated, where the clients are based? Of course, these are issues I'm sure that you have been discussing over the years, and how we should harmonize the rules and what are the guidelines that need to be implemented. We have also the digital economy, which is challenging the traditional design of taxation, which was for a world of physical goods and services. And the big question now is, how do we tax digital services delivered online across different jurisdictions? How to determine where value is created? When companies, of course, generate globally and they don't own any physical assets, these, of course, are issues, and whether we should now tax wealth instead of income. But just like innovation and technology represent challenges, they can also be part of the solution. In terms of AI, as mentioned, data analytics, all these, of course, can be of great help. Just like we have other challenges, cybersecurity, ensuring data protection, all these, of course, needs robust security protocols to safeguard taxpayers' interests and personal data. And all these challenges, of course, also require innovative approaches, collaborative efforts to navigate this dynamic landscape effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't delve into all those issues over which I'm sure that you will be reflecting over these next 4 days. It is therefore with great honor and optimism that I now officially declare the CATA Technical Conference open. I wish you all a productive and inspiring conference, and I'm sure that through your deliberation, you will be reflecting on how to make taxation more acceptable. And of course, we realize that this requires a combination of policy reforms, communication strategies, transparency measures that enhance trust in the system while ensuring fairness and demonstrates the benefits of taxation. With these few words, I once again thank you and wish you all a productive and inspiring conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed, Your Excellency. Your words have been really highly inspiring, isn't it? So a big round of applause for the President of the Republic of Mauritius. I have the pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to invite now the Director General of the Mauritius Revenue Authority, Mr. Sudhamo, and the Chairman of CATA, Dr. Jamaluddin, to come on stage to remit a token of appreciation to His Excellency, Mr. Prithvirajsing Roopun, for gracing this opening ceremony. Please, sir. Thank you. So, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you, Dr. Jamaluddin. Thank you, Mr. Lal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this opening ceremony. Again, thank you for being part of it. We shall now be proceeding with the traditional group photo. We shall actually be having 2 group photos. The first one will be taken here in the conference room. And for the second one, since you are on Sugar Island, we'll take you, you'll be surprised, we'll take you to Sugar Island. Okay? Thank you very much. And after the photo session, of course, we are going to have a tea break. And after the tea break, the participants, the speakers, the resource persons, kindly resume your seat here for the sessions. Thank you very much, and wishing you all an impactful conference. Have a wonderful week ahead. Please.